Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So this just in, we got Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 11. We got the Snake Man Wave. Let's take a look at it. So welcome into my channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and subscribe for more great toy videos, 80s, 90s nostalgic videos, and things of that nature. Yeah, got the Snake Man Wave in with one Sunman figure. So 4 figures, Wave 11. Let's take a look at it. It looks like a cool wave. All right, here we go. We got Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 11. We got the Snake Man Wave. So we have the new Snake Man packaging for the first time. Looks pretty cool. We got Snake Armor He-Man, Cobra Khan, Boltman from the Sunman line, and then Rattlor. So get a lot of cool Snake Men now. And some 2000X variants like Snake Armor He-Man. So first time I've ever personally had one of those. So all right, so let's get these guys unboxed and on the shelf. Let's take a look at them. All right, first let's check out Snake Armor He-Man, and also on the bubble, the blister for the Snake Armor, or for the Snake Man Wave, they have some scales on the card, the bubble. So that's pretty neat. And there's the Snake Man logo. We got Snake Armor He-Man here. Interesting variant. So we got the Rise of the Snake Men logo on the back, and the Wave cross sell, and there's some cool artwork on the back. Again, I have the international version from Big Bad Toy Store, so there's no text or anything. So we got Snake Armor He-Man battling against Squeeze and Snakeface, so 2 other figures we haven't seen yet, potential Snake Men to come in a wave. So that's cool. Got to get those guys too. So looks pretty awesome. Let's get Snake Armor He-Man out and see what he's all about. Alright, here we go. Snake Armor He-Man out of the package. So he's got that 2000X head sculpt. I think it looks slightly different. For some reason, it seems like, man, I never noticed that before. But I guess this, it's almost like the hair is like attached on. It's weird. You can see the lines around the ears. It's not like, almost looks like it's, yeah, like it was glued on. Huh, I never noticed that before. Here's the deluxe premium, 40th anniversary 2000X He-Man. It's not as noticeable on that one, but you can see there's a little bit difference in color variation there, but still pretty much the same thing. So he's got some really cool snake armor here, cool shoulder pad. Got the 2000X style logo still with the extra armor. Does have a spot for his sword still, and he's got like a back cloth, long hanging cloth, armor cloth, chainmail, I guess. Pretty cool, and some really interesting armored up boots and everything, and loincloth. Pretty neat looking. Then we've got a 2000X power sword, so looks like pretty much the same thing to me. He's got the spot to hold it in the back. That's pretty nice. And then he's got this pincher weapon that he had a little wrist gauntlet here that was already attached, and this attaches in right there. So he's got a little pincher, I guess, to head off the Snake Man. Pretty cool. Overall, pretty cool figure. Interesting that we're getting into different variants of 2000X. I mean, my goodness, we have a lot of He-Mans in this line. I tell you what, all the variants of pretty much all, yeah, we're gonna get all the vintage variants of He-Man and a bunch of 2000X variants, it looks like. So how many He-Mans is that? Let me count them up real quick, what we have so far. Yeah, I count that's like 7 different variants of He-Man that we have so far, and then not to mention a re-release with a different, the vintage inspired head, so that makes like 8 different versions of He-Man. Then the special, we got the special Battlefield Warriors Battle Armor He-Man 2-pack, that makes 9, and we haven't even gotten Thunder Punch He-Man yet, that makes 10. So like 10 different He-Mans, my goodness, that's a lot of He-Mans. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the comic book. Again, I got the international version, so I don't know what it's about, but obviously it's about this wave. Then we got Boltman on the front, and Cobra Khan and Rattlor. Alright, next let's take a look at Boltman. So Boltman, I guess, is a heroic warrior of the Sunman line. Speaking of that, I didn't even realize it. Somebody mentioned it to me in the comments because I was trying to figure out who are the good guys and bad guys in the Sunman line, and I guess, if what they told me is correct, the only actual bad guy is Pighead, and the rest are all good guys. So I guess it definitely benefits the Sunman line to go into the Masters of the Universe line because they have more bad guys to fight against, right? So yeah, so here we got Boltman. So he's got some interesting colors. He looks like he would be Native American, because, or maybe South American, one of the two, because, you know, the Sunman line focused on cultural diversity and everything. So that's, to me, it makes sense that this is I guess a Native American guy. Calls upon the power of lightning bolts, I guess. I can't read again because I don't have information because it's the international variant, but it's all good. There we got some interesting artwork on the back of Boltman battling the Snake Men, battling Cobra Khan with the cool head. I think we're going to get that version. I don't know if that comes in the standard version. I think we're going to get a Camo Khan Mattel Creations exclusive that's going to have that version of the head, so that's cool. Look forward to that. Alright, so Boltman, part of the Snake Man line though, or wave. Looks cool. Got some interesting armor. Let's see what his weapons are all about. Let's get Boltman out and see what he's all about. Alright, here we go. Boltman out of the package, and I like his turquoise looking colors. Looks pretty cool. Body, skin color similar to Jitsu, pretty close. He's got that headbanded head. Pretty nice face sculpt. Nice hard plastic armor, and he's got some sheaths for his bolts in the back. Let's see how that works out. Does it go this way or the other way? Don't know. I don't know what's the right way. Pretty cool. That's a kind of a neat look. I have to say though, these bolts weapons, they're very thin, flimsy plastic. It looks like his hands are kind of like molded in a way to be able to hold them, I guess. Let's see. How would that work? Maybe like that. Guess that makes sense. Yeah, his weapon design honestly doesn't seem that great. I like the idea of it, but it's not, execution isn't that great. These things want to fall out pretty easily, and these weapons are so flimsy. They remind me of like, look like they should be like a dental floss threader or something. Like I think because those could easily be mistaken for not even being a toy and get thrown away. But anyways. Alright, next we got Cobra Khan. Classic, a common figure, but good when it comes to the vintage one. Always liked the way Cobra Khan looked. So our first Snake Man, pretty cool. Definitely got that vintage style look to him, especially with that face paint. Pretty neat. See the back artwork real quick. So, okay, there's Thunder Punch He-Man and Extendar. That's pretty cool. Battling Cobra Khan. Let's see if this is a solid figure as the vintage one. Let's get Cobra Khan out and see what he's all about. Alright, here we go. Cobra Khan out of the package, and pretty cool. I've got some joint looseness issues, but actually it's not super bad. But other than that, it's a really nice solid looking figure. Pretty cool. He's got that vintage painted head. Looks pretty neat. No water pump action, no action feature. There's one thing I'm noticing now. I was gonna make a video about it, but I'll just mention it now that we're opening this wave. Specifically, Origins has pretty much moved away from being a vintage recreation for kids to play with too. I think they've kind of abandoned that and just considered basically treating it like an adult collector line, because they don't, seems like, especially I'm noticing it in this wave, and then what was it with the Mechanic that's we're going to get soon with the Road Ground Ripper. They're not bothering with the action features. So like, for example, instead of the water feature in this one, instead we got a little blast feature, which is cool. I want this, but you know, it is kind of a bummer that they're not still, I mean, I get it. This line, obviously, kids didn't pick up on it, probably, I'm sure, you know, which it makes sense. They don't have a cartoon that, you know, even the Revelation cartoon, well, that was more, seemed like it might have been for adults too, but, you know, they went a separate direction for kids with the CGI cartoon. So anyways, my point is, you know, they've kind of went away from faithfully recreating the action features on these figures, on some of them, most of them now, the ones that are going forward. They did a good job at the beginning, you know, we had a lot of good action features, Ram Man, Clawful, Roboto, who else? Actually, you know, even all the way up to the Web Store and the Horde Trooper. That's what I was thinking of. The Horde Trooper. Of course, Scareglow has glows. I mean, that's kind of an easier one to do, I guess. But the Battle Armor and Terror Claws and Thunder Punch. We're even getting Thunder Punch. I guess, I don't know if we're actually going to get a Thunder Punch action feature or not. But so this one straight up doesn't have the action feature at all. Even Snout Spout, you know, had the water feature. It wasn't they had to redo the way you do it. It was in a separate tank, but it was still there. It was still intact. But Cobra Khan does not have an action feature. The vintage counterpart did. And I think when we look at Rattlor, we'll see more of the same. But the figure itself looks fantastic. I'm really impressed with the way this figure looks. Very happy with it. So he's got his good old trusty blaster, which is the Zodak blaster, but orange, just like the vintage. So that's pretty cool. And then now he's got his little acid spit, venom spit action feature we can put in there. Pretty cool. All right, here we got New Origins Cobra Khan next to vintage Cobra Khan, and you see we pretty nice recreation, especially that head. I really like. They made the head a lot very similar. The only thing is, you know, vintage Cobra Khan has the little spray bottle head. Can squirt water. Alright, last but not least, we got Rattlor, looking really cool and colorful. Last of this wave. I love those Origins colors. Same color scheme, but just more vibrant colors. So you get something that you're familiar with, but something new, all in the same figure. So we do have a demonstration of a simulation of an action feature, and that's, again, my gripe. It's fine, I understand. You know, they are working with some limitations of maybe the necks would look too skinny and stuff if they actually did the real action feature, like with this and Mecha Neck. So here we got Rattlor battling Snake Armor He-Man there, and Snake Mountains in the background. We know we're getting that. That's cool. Well, so we know we're not going to get the extending neck actual action feature for this, but I wonder if it has the rattle. That was another thing about Rattlor, is it actually had a rattling sound inside. We'll see if that's still intact. So let's get Rattlor out and see what he's all about. Alright, here we go. Rattlor out of the package, and yeah, he at least has his rattling feature, so that's cool. Rattlor is kind of a interesting figure, is because of the vintage neck, his upper torso is like really big compared to, and he had like these kind of like, it seemed like it made his legs look short too, you know. And they retained that, even though it doesn't have the real action feature inside. So now they have a attaching tail piece, or rattler piece. So there we go, snap it on. That's pretty much very similar to the vintage style. So that looks nice. In the vintage, there would be a button underneath here you would press and the neck would shoot out. So now we've got, I guess remove the head, we got this neck extension piece. So let's see how that looks. So let's try snapping this on. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got the Rattlor extended head. He's a white neck Rattlor, not a red neck one like some variants of the vintage. Then we got his red snake staff. For some reason, yeah, with the new tail, the design, it's not as bad as Whiplash, but it does kind of make it harder for him to stand, like it wants to push him forward, but it's still pretty decent. Alright, and here we got vintage Rattlor next to Origins Rattlor. So mine was the redneck version. Let me see if I can hit the button from... Oh, there we go. There we go. So there's that action feature. Cool. Great recreation. Glad to have Rattlor, one of the core figures, and Cobra Khan in the Origins collection now. Alright. I was able to fit Boltman in right back there, and Cobra Khan. I really like that Cobra Khan. That was a great figure. And then Rattlor right in there too. And then I got Snake Armor He-Man snuck in back over there. Pretty cool. I love Origins. Got to get my room reorganized for my toy room tour, and also get my vintage Eternia play set up so I can start redistributing some figures around and make more shelf space here. And then we're waiting on Origins Eternia playset next year, or in 2024. So pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.